be not just for the final at the end of the year, but something that you will build on next year as well. So it's important that we grasp this idea while we still have some time left in English 1, right? So we're going to do a project with that a little bit later. And we've kind of explored this idea before, actually, at the very beginning of the year when we studied St. Lucy's Home for Girls Raised by Wolves. Y'all remember that one?
Yes.
Yes. What, Aiden? Not your favorite?
It was wild. Them little girls were scary.
Right, right. Yes. Okay, good. So we're going to go back to that idea, but this time we're going to apply it to Romeo and Juliet. Then we'll do a gallery walk and leave some feedback from one another. So I'm going to let you get out of your seat today. We're going to move around a little bit after we get that project done. We always like that, right? Yeah. And then we have an exit slip where we are going to tweet Shakespeare. Fun stuff. Alright, for homework tonight, you're going to read Act 2, Scenes 1 through 3. I know we kind of talked about Act 2 last week just a little bit, but I want you to go ahead and read that full thing, and we'll talk about your reading guide a little bit later, alright? Okay. So what I want you to do right now, let me get my leaders in the group to, or whoever is sitting closest, let's do that. Whoever is sitting closest to your drawers, look in those manila folders and give everyone one of those pink slips of paper. No, look at that. Here you go. Everybody gets a pink slip of paper. We've got 3 questions that I want you to think about right now. They're opinion pieces, opinion questions. So I just want to know how you feel about each one of those reflection questions. We're doing this to kind of raise some self-awareness before we get into the lesson today. So I'm just going to give you about 2 minutes to kind of go through and answer those questions just very briefly, all right? It's all about your personal life. Sounds like you put a lot of thought into that. Share with our own groups, okay? So I want you to talk with your group mates, pair up, and discuss these questions. Let's start with the first one. How do you respond to problems or sticky situations? So let's go ahead and spend about 30 seconds talking to your groups now, okay? Oh, so sweet, Lucas. How do you respond to problems or sticky situations?
I said I observe the situation, assess what needs to be done, then I enforce what needs to be done.
Okay. So it sounds like Jacob kind of put some thoughts into his actions before he actually makes those actions. Can we all admire that?
Yes.
Yeah, let's give Jacob some snaps for that answer. He's sitting back and really approaching the situation from the best perspective. Good. Anyone else have something they want to share from question number 1? All right, let's talk about question number 2. This goes a little bit deeper now. What are some factors that motivate your actions?
Most of our family and friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
When someone says I can't do something, you motivate me to show off and do it.
Okay, some of you were kind of chatting a little bit, so listen to Aiden one more time.
When someone says I can't do something, it motivates me to show off and do it.
All right. So if someone tells Aiden, hey, you can't do this, it makes Aiden want to show those people up, right? Prove them wrong. All right, good? Who else has a good response? Let me hear from somebody in this group. Go, Chris.
I said music and highlights of football.
One more time.
Music and highlights of football players.
Ah, okay, very good. You know, sometimes Hunter and I were kind of talking about this as well. Sometimes we have these rewards that are these privileges that we're given in life, and we're really scared, or we keep those in the back of our mind anyway when we make decisions because we don't want to lose those privileges, right? So Hunter, he had said, you know, he wants to be able to go hunting and mud riding and all those good things we like to do in Stonewall, right? All right, so if Hunter's mother says, Hunter, you've got to get your room clean before you can go and do that. Hunter, are to take those actions. Yeah, right. Because we don't want to lose those rewards.
Yeah, because you aren't going to do what you're going to do.
That's right, that's right. My dad used to always tell me that I had to keep my car cleaned if I was, going to be able to go somewhere on the weekends, or if I wanted to go and hang out with friends or have company over. He was a stickler about keeping that car clean, and I did not want to do it, but I wanted to hang out with my friends more, and so that made me go out there and wash that car. So, let's move on to question number 3. Who do you believe gives the best advice and why? Lucas?
My mom.
Oh, so sweet. And why is your mom so great at giving advice?
Because she's straightforward.
She's straightforward. We know as teenagers, sometimes that you have to be straightforward, right?
She'd be like,
Don't beat around the
well,
bush.
you did something stupid today, and I'd be like, yep, I did. Mom, she'd be like, all right.
So, is that where you kind of get your straightforwardness from then?
Yeah.
Yeah. We know Lucas can be a little blunt sometimes, right?
Yes.
All right, Bree, you had one?
I said my mom because she always tells me that she's been my age before and there's probably going to be nothing that I do that she hasn't done or tried.
Oh.
Excellent. Now, what do you think about that? Is it hard to believe that these people who give such great advice, like your parents or maybe your grandparents, were your age once?
Yes.
It's weird.
I mean, it's not that hard to believe. I see pictures all the time. It's just I can't really picture them like
They're all wrinkly and
I know.
gray.
All right, so aside from physical appearance, right, we know that they can give or could offer us good advice just because they've been through similar situations. Or maybe even something worse that they try to prevent you from going through, right? Yes? You ever heard them say something about how they don't want you to make the same mistakes that they do?
Oh, I was about to say, man.
What do all of those questions that we just discussed have to do with our anchor text? What do they have to do with Romeo and Juliet as characters in our play?
Because how they are both
They have to respond
enemies.
to problems.
Enemies from me.
How they have a family
Okay, but we didn't talk about family blood peace.
How they're both enemies.
They have to
Enemies
do
from
this.
each other, but they both love each.
Did we talk about enemies and other
They have to respond to the problems.
Okay, Miss Wyland, one more time for me.
How they're going to solve their problems that they have come across.
Okay. Romeo and Juliet, we have seen, have kind of been driving the struggle bus a little bit, right? Yes. And so, how are Romeo and Juliet going to solve their problems? So here's just a brief overview. Our objective today, our goal in doing this, is that we can analyze complex characters in 4 different steps, or excuse me, 5 different steps. We're going to describe the conflicts that they face, and this is going straight from that graphic organizer, okay? We are going to interpret factors that contribute to those characters' motivations, so kind of like what you just did with yourselves. We will form assertions, which you've all done before, and then we're going to justify those assertions with evidence by creating this visual aid graphic organizer. Also on that graphic organizer, we are going to come up with intervention plans for each one of these characters. If we were in this story, how could we intervene and help Romeo or Juliet? Because we know they need some help, right?
Yeah, they
How are they dealing with this problem? So you're simply just going to describe that to me. Now, I don't need a super long description, but you do want to make sure, this is practicing our summarizing details, you do want to make sure that you're hitting those 5 W's, right? Who are you talking about? Where is this taking place? What is the action? You know, we've gone over this several times. So ensure that you are encompassing all aspects of that conflict. Next, motivations. What do I mean by motivations?
Like giving them a reason to do what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. What is their reasoning for their actions?
Their drive.
Okay. Remember, I've asked you before, what motivates you to come to school?
Oh,
my
my
Okay.
I don't want to help them.
Alright, all kinds of answers, right? There's at least one of you in here who wants to get an education, I hear, so that's great to know.
I'm going to
Good, you're going to go to college, awesome. Okay, so some of you mentioned that it's simply because someone kind of forces you to be here, and thank goodness they do. You will appreciate them for that later. Others want to go on and pursue higher education later in life, which is awesome. And then some of you are just ready to get an education so we can be productive citizens now. All excellent. So we're asking ourselves about Romeo and Juliet. What is motivating them to act the way that they are in that conflict, okay? So you're going to ask yourselves, what factors are leading this character to make his or her decisions, and why is the character behaving in the manner that he or she is? Again, this kind of takes things a little bit deeper. We're thinking inferentially now. It's not just something spelled out on the text for us. We have to read between those lines and figure out, based on that evidence, what type of character they truly are on the inside that Shakespeare's not just putting out there for us. Okay? If you have questions as we go through this, please feel free to raise your hand and ask. Next, the assertion. We've done assertions since day 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so an assertion, we know that's simply a claim, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What do I mean by a claim?
Like the say main thing.
Lyric? Okay, we're kind of discussing that main topic. You're forming an opinion. You are, kind of spelling it all out for me here. So you're going to make a claim using trait words to describe the character. So ask yourselves, based on how Romeo or Juliet is responding to the conflict, what can we say about their character? Give me an example of a trait word. Kind? Okay, bold. What else?
Shelter.
Sheltered. Good. Okay. All of those things are trait words, exactly. And so we are going to figure out how can we describe Romeo and Juliet based on their actions. It all centers around that conflict, you guys. Then, whenever we make a claim, we have got to put some reasoning behind it. We have to justify, right? You're going to tell me something, I'm going to expect you to prove it. And so that's what you're going to do with your textual evidence. You're going to pick one line or a couple of lines even that really justify why you chose those trait words, okay? So you're asking yourself, what line of the play is really showing me that I think Romeo is flippant? Or which other, trait words that you're going to use. You're going to pick out concrete details if we use that jargon from our essay writing. And then lastly, your intervention plan. Who do we go to in high school if you have a problem? Who's somebody you can go and talk to about it?
The teacher.
Okay, maybe teachers or guidance counselors, sure. So you are going to take on the role of, say, Miss Brumley today.
Oh, Lord, my friend.
You say Romeo and Juliet because we know they're teenagers who are about your guys' age, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Pretend that they have come to you as their high school guidance counselor seeking advice. What are you going to tell them?
Y'all keep on getting there.
Alright, so that's your big thinking question today. How can we help these characters? So here's our group roles today. Make sure everyone's paying attention right now, please. Alright, so your group roles. You've already been assigned these group roles. When you came in today, you had little task cards in front of you that describe these roles. You've seen them before. You know what they encompass. So today, if you have 4 people in your group, and I know we have a few groups that don't, that's alright. You've got a leader, a recorder, a researcher, and a timekeeper. If you're missing one of those positions, then obviously you're all just going to kind of make up that one position and hold one another accountable in that way. So here are my expectations for you. Work collaboratively. What does that mean?
Together.
Together, right. Okay, so hashtag teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed, yes. Alright. Secondly, hold each other accountable. Meet your job requirements. If someone's not doing what they're supposed to do, encourage them to get back on task and work with the group.
Hashtag grind.
Great, I should have asked y'all for these hashtags, I guess. So, no slackers today. Third, I want you to give your best effort as always. I want to see your best work on that visual aid, your highest level of thinking that you can give me, okay?
Hashtag motivation.
Right. Yes. We're going to be gold diggers today, right? Alright, so I've done an example for you to kind of model what I expect from you. On this visual aid, you have creative freedom. You can make it look however you like as long as you have those 5 key components. So I went back to the Odyssey. I know y'all all miss the Odyssey so much, don't you?
Oh, man.
Right. So we know that when we studied the Odyssey, Odysseus is a very complex character. We saw him kind of change and battle his emotions and develop throughout the course of that epic. So here, you can kind of see what I've gone through and done. I described his conflict about how he faced these tumultuous obstacles while he was trying to get home, and I specifically focused on that decision he had to make between choosing Scylla or choosing Charybdis. What would happen if he sailed past Scylla?
He'd only have to lose 6 men. Charybdis, he'd
Right.
lose everyone.
Okay, so he'd lose 6 men if he chose to sail by Scylla, and we know that if he went, who's Charybdis, first of all?
Charybdis is a swirling whirlpool of death.
Right, okay, awesome, thank you, good description. Right, and so we know that if he sailed past Charybdis, then what could happen?
Everyone dies.
Everyone would die. So do I risk everyone in hopes that, we would be spit back up and survive, or do I risk 6 men?
You do 6 men.
Alright, so his motivations, what kind of drove him to make these decisions that he makes? Circe, if you will remember, foretold Odysseus of what he could expect on his way home. This is in book 12 of the Odyssey. Alright, are there any questions about those components of your graphic organizer?
Thank you.
No? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you about 25 minutes to go through and to answer these questions. And as you are doing this, I want the recorder to start working on that poster, okay? We've got to have it all finished in 25 minutes. So get your thoughts on the paper, and then put it on the poster. You have creative freedom. There are colors and markers in your school supply drawers if you need them.
Do I need this iPad?
You will need your iPads. That's a good question. You will need your iPads to look back at the text, okay? So depending on what act and scene you're on, that's where you're going in the text. Yes. All right. Y'all are looking at Act 2, Scene 1, okay? So notice what Romeo says in Act 2, Scene 1. He says, "And I go forward when my heart is scared. Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out." All right, remember what's happened at the end of Act 1.
I think this is like a real depression.
They find out that their family hates each other.
Right, okay, so they find out that their families are enemies. And so Romeo kind of leaves very disappointed, right? But then look what he says. Okay, and what's he turning back around for?
Juliet.
Juliet.
Devotion.
All right, yes. So we see he's not just going to give up after finding out she's a Capulet, right? Okay, so I would expand on that idea.
So his problem would be his dream.
Yes, yes, very good. Now, when we think about conflict, we've got man versus what?
You got society and electronics.
Technology.
Technology, and you got man versus man. Man versus
About
self.
fate.
Yeah. So then there's self.
And man versus self. Yeah, actually, absolutely.
So that would be like what he was born about.
Okay, right. That's what we're talking about with fate. Remember that I should start past here. Okay, so what's wrong with Romeo right now?
He is depressed that a girl won't give him the attention he deserves.
Right. Okay. Remember, Romeo, he's talking about Rosalind, like she's living chaste, he doesn't really show respect. He's really more upset that, he's not going to get a chance with her beauty, right? Very surface level. Yes, okay. And so here he's talking about how he doesn't want to go to the party because, like you said, he has strength. Okay, but notice what he says after they kind of convince him, after they go through this whole Queen Mab speech.
Okay, it says, "This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come to it. I fear too early for my mind misgives some consequence, yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin this fearful day.
Okay, so he's scared that
His dream's going to come true.
his dream is going to come true. And what did he dream of? Do you remember? What was that dream that he had? Remember, this is in our reading guide.
Patient.
We're just gonna say,
says, or in the, like, our way of saying it, he says, I'm worried we'll get there too early. I have a feeling this party tonight will be that start of something bad, something that will end with my own death.
Right, okay, so he is worried about his own death. He's drinking his untimely death, okay? And so, does he choose, because he's had this to drink? You know, sometimes whenever you get involved in a situation, you kind of just have a bad gut feeling about things.
Oh man, all the time.
That's good to know. Alright, so when you have a bad gut feeling, are you more likely to like go through with that, or does it make you kind of stop and think and maybe not go through? Right.
I'll still go, like, depending on what it is, I'll go through it, but I'll kind of think
More so?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Alright.
better way of
Yeah.
going on about it.
What does Romeo do?
He ain't he's like, just, okay, but whoever's in charge of where my life's going can steer me wherever they want.
Right.
It's like, if this is what I'm for, then this is what I'm for.
Exactly. And so he's just kind of like, oh well, shrug it off. Hopefully nothing bad happens, right? Okay. So, now for your conflict, then. What would be the conflict?
Romeo has a dream to die.
Yeah. But,
He doesn't exactly oppose that dream.
yeah, very good. First, tell your groups how much time you have left.
14 and 13.
I was just kidding when I said
Not decisive. Decisive. What's that? Oh, that's a pretty good. Undecisive. Is. What you had today? U-N-D-E-C. I'm putting it in your hands, man. Look it
take him to psychiatric.
Quarter.
Why would you finish something
Yeah, that's what you're doing. So y'all like write it down as you
and then go
discuss
back and recollect it? Go back and recollect it, and then go through it. And things.
I say like you know,
I think he's just trying to say something so we can do
it.
it.
That is awesome. I love it.
I mean,
Where is it?
like, I don't know if you could
Dude, you've got the technology. Give me a good assertion. You just
One lady has wants to marry Paris, but she doesn't want to because she thinks she's too young to settle down. So she's younger.
Alright, we're making good progress. Timekeepers, how much time is left?
5 minutes.
Jacob.
Hey y'all, we need to hurry
Dennis, how
up
much
here.
time is left? Tell your group.
We got 5 minutes left. We gotta finish this.
When you say you, do you mean Romeo? Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to write down the line. Okay?
He has legs.
Oh, you can put it in the back. That's fine. Have finished?
Okay. Okay.
Hey, y'all don't wanna ask
I'm sorry.
me.
I don't fucking know what I have.
Charles, I'm gonna get you to hang that poster up outside before I get ready to walk.
Want me to take it up, Donna?
If y'all are finished. Alright, less than 30 seconds. Finish up. Do your crunch time.
I said to tell William to stop being a man.
Julia is too young to marry and is ready to settle down. Julia is young and undecisive. It is an honor that I do not Julia needs time to think about what she wants to do with the rest of her life. She is only 13. Plenty of time to figure out the right person to spend the rest of her life with. She is still a kid, so she shouldn't have to worry about what is going to come. It's really good. It explains the quote and the motivation.
My only love's from my only hate. My life is my
No, we didn't. You want to do this one?
the love
Or you want to wait for the other 1, 2, 3?
is the only thing. Okay, they didn't put in the assertion.
I got this undecided. Maybe if she said, maybe if they Julia is young and undecided.
Alright,
Greatest difference between the two characters, it was two different girls, like he went to see and then ours and he went to see.
Well, he went to see Rosalind. He didn't even think Juliet was gonna be there. He didn't even know.
He didn't even know Juliet. And
So when he got there and he saw her, then like he doesn't care about anybody else.
insertion plans, they were right because he needs to focus more on the girl's personality and not just trying to structure.
How they label it.
The intervention once.
Like how they're saying, like, remember the story how there's like more than one person in the city? That's what it's saying right there. So
Yeah, their insertion plan was good.
okay, let's leave our feedback now, you guys. Leave your feedback. Remember, pink slip, that is the think twice. What should they do better next time? Green. Okay, so what I want you to do, let's take all of our materials, the green slip, those pink slips, and I want to put those in our manila folders.
What about the concrete?
And as you're doing that, take out that Twitter exit slip. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to tweet at Shakespeare. Okay? So we are going to tweet this ancient character in a more modern method for us, right? We all know that we love Twitter. So you're going to answer this question in the form of a tweet. You can put it in your own language. That is perfectly fine. I want you to adapt to fit your context here. We know our context is the... What are you writing in the form of?
Shakespeare.
Y'all, you're not writing Shakespeare?
I put
A tweet. There we go. A tweet.
How do
Excellent.
you write in the form of a tweet?
How do you tweet?
I don't know.
just write any
Short, it needs abbreviations, that kind of thing, okay? So,
Hashtag it live.
here's what you're going to do. You are going to answer, what is one life lesson that modern readers can learn from Romeo and Juliet's complex character? What's a life lesson that Shakespeare can teach us through this play? That's what I want you to tweet about, okay? Be sure to include a hashtag as always.
Oh man. Okay.
Alright. Okay, so as y'all are finishing up, as you leave today, here's what you're going to do. We're going to assess how well we understand a complex character analysis. Did you understand how conflict and motivations teaches us about characters, how we can form assertions about them, and of course, how we have to justify those assertions with evidence? If so, then I'd like for you to drop your exit slip, that Twitter sheet, off in the green folder on your way out. If you're still a little confused about this, let's go ahead and put it in yellow. We can get you some extra help. And if you're really kind of, lost at this point, maybe you just need some extra assistance from me, let's put it in red. So reflect on your level of learning, and then as you leave, let me know how well you learned today, how much you learned today, okay? Nice. Excellent. Very good, Charles.
Thank you.
Sorry.